Hey there, Sagittarius. Welcome to Tarot with Rach. I'm Rach, and I'm really excited to get into your reading today. We're just gonna dive right in and see what's going on for you, Sagittarius. What is the message that you need to hear right now, most at this time? Yeah, what's going on? What's shaking in your disco? Oh, man. I feel like, oh God. Okay. So we have the Knight of Swords coming out reversed. We also have the Magician reversed and the Devil. I get this feeling of like, this feels weird, but like, I feel like there was some sort of like abrupt, sudden taking away of your power of some kind, like some sort of power that you had or that you felt that you had, some sort of control that you felt that you had. It feels like there was some sort of abrupt taking of that power. And like with the Knight of Swords reversed, it feels like a stinging kind of energy. Like it feels like, yeah, I feel like that's kind of also like possibly why we have the Devil coming forward here, because I feel like, okay, this might be like kind of maybe some sort of hard truth coming forward here, but it feels like there was something about that power or control that you did and / or kind of do, because this Devil is on the upright energy right now, have some sort of like negative, unhealthy attachment to it, to your identity, if that makes sense. So it's like you might be feeling like a sense of like feeling lost or feeling like, who am I without this power that you had, control over you had over, like, for some of you, I feel like this is going to resonate with like your whole life or something. But then for others of you, it's going to resonate more for like control you had within a specific aspect. Like maybe you had a lot of control in a certain relationship, or maybe you had a lot of control in your job. For some of you that might resonate with it, like kind of taking over your whole life. I feel like some of you might be dealing with parental energy in some way where like, I don't know, it feels weird, but let's dive in a bit more and see what else wants to come out for you, Sagittarius. I feel like with the Devil here, like the Devil showing up in its upright is basically showing you what needs to be released. It's showing you where your ego has stepped up and created basically fears and doubts. So it's kind of like your ego has created this like fear or doubt that you aren't yourself, or you aren't good, or whatever, if you don't have this control or power that was abruptly taken from you unexpectedly. But I feel like really this transition feels beautiful, because it feels like it's coming to trigger you into basically releasing all of that, so that what's really meant for you has space to come forward and blossom in terms of what you do really truly have like power over. Because I feel like because certain power was taken away, you might be feeling very powerless, but really this is the irony in this experience, is that it's to trigger you into empowerment, trigger you into finding your true power, which wasn't whatever this thing was. Like whatever this was that you were attached to, it did give you power and control in some way, but it wasn't true power from like the most genuine, authentic space in your soul. But like what's being triggered forward now is that type of power, which is basically like that power to live life from a place of like neutrality and inner peace. And I feel like, you know, you have the Magician coming out reversed here. However, I feel like this transition is to get you into the space of the Magician upright, because the Magician upright is that like energy of being so in touch with your inner power that you literally create and manifest what you want to see in your world with ease, because you've accessed that ability within you. Damn, I also feel like, I don't know, just some of you guys are going to resonate with the idea or verbiage of like releasing your demons. Like as I look at the Devil right now, I do hear that like releasing your demons is, some of you guys are just going to resonate with how that makes you feel when I say that. Oh man. Okay. We have the High Priestess coming out reversed. I say oh man because I don't like to see that, but I say like, I feel like the High Priestess coming out reversed is like 100% in line with the Devil. It's like kind of like the same thing. I mean, they're different, but also it's like they go together, where it's like if you aren't listening to your intuition, meaning High Priestess reverse, if you aren't listening to your intuition, if you aren't following it, that means you're following your ego. That means you're in your ego, right? You're in the fears, you're in the doubts, you're letting that lead your life versus letting your intuition, which is trust and love. I feel like this is coming out to say to me, to you, that it's like there's a really strong hold here that like this power and control did have over your identity. Okay, Sagittarius, like there's a strong hold that this had, because the High Priestess coming out reversed, yeah, it just makes me feel like you're stubborn. And we have Two of Wands coming out reverse, which makes me feel like it's like you don't want to move forward in some ways. Like with this stubborn energy, it's like you just want things to be how they were. You just like, it's like everything was fine and perfect and dandy as it was. I was fine. Like, why did shit have to like change? But it's understanding the deeper meaning behind stuff like that, you know? It's like if everything is all perfect and dandy, then where's the growth, you know? But like there's something to be said about challenges, especially challenges where things are taken away from you unexpectedly. Those challenges are what takes you closer and closer and closer to yourself. And yourself is what I was talking about earlier, that energy of empowerment. The more you know yourself, that is the more empowered you become. Like, it's so interesting because it's like, I feel like everyone in the world thinks that like having money and having resources is what gives you the most power. And in certain scopes of understanding, you know, looking at things very strictly physically or in certain ways or certain categories, yes, that can give you certain power, you know, that's like large. But in terms of everything, like the most power that you can actually access, like the most powerful that you can actually be, is you literally just being yourself the most that you can. The more you that you are, the more powerful that you are. And that type of power truthfully has more value than any fucking money or any resources or anything else, literally. Okay, so I feel like there's honestly like a big shift, I feel like, going forward for you, Sagittarius, because I feel like this energy feels like, you know, shit came in, rocked your world, and there's like a resistance to it. There's like a, this is not cool, I don't like this, I don't want this, which like, it's good for you to feel that, let it out, like naturally feel what you're feeling, let it all flow through you. But there is gonna be this like transition point once all of that flows out, where we're shifting the mindset from like, oh, this is a bad thing that happened, to, oh, this is actually one of the best things that could have ever fucking happened to me because of what it's triggering you into, which is more of yourself. Like, I feel like, yeah, it's like after this transition, you're gonna have Magician in the upright, you're gonna have the Devil in the reverse, you're gonna have High Priestess in the upright. It's like you are gonna be in your power. But it takes steps, it takes work, it takes time to get to that place of empowerment, because it is so powerful. Like, it makes sense that it doesn't just happen instantly like that. But I feel like the biggest message for you, Sagittarius, is that this transition is coming for you as a gift. It's truthfully a blessing in disguise. It is a gift for you. So embrace it, okay? And do the best you can to remind yourself that you can trust this situation, okay? What was taken away from you, it's like, think about like the good energy or the good part of what you enjoyed that was taken away from you. If you can stick through your shit, okay, through this time, you will be rewarded tenfold, like, period. That's just what this is. But it's like, you have to be telling yourself that. Okay, you have to be telling yourself that to get yourself through this shit. And with the Two of Wands that we had coming out here reversed, I want you to let yourself look forward. Like, don't look backwards. That's actually the biggest, like, if this message could be summed up in one sentence, actually, I feel like it would be, don't look backwards, look forwards. Okay, look forward, look on, look at what could come rather than what wasn't. Okay. I'm gonna leave it there, Sagittarius. I really hope that you resonated with this message. Oh my gosh, if you did, leave me a comment on below. I would love to hear from you. Make sure you smash that like button, smash that subscribe button. I do offer personal readings. You can book at my website, link down below, tarotwithrach.com. I'm sending you the most love ever, and I hope you have the most amazing day. Bye.